again, we see that Ram, Muhammad Thomas, is a very compassionate young man. He feels the pain of the family, and he's showing his compassion. The author continues to give us episodes, segments of the story that show us what kind of a human being, what kind of a person Ram Muhammad Thomas is, and we like him. We like his kindness. Of course, now we have a romantic interest that is developing in the story, and we'll have to see what happens with Ram and the young lady Gudia. So let's see. Ma, can you start where it says, I like Gudia very much?
I like Gudia very much. I told Sri I had to stop Chantara from hurting her. What can you do? Says Sri. It's his family. And remember, this is not a good idea to interfere. In other people's lives. I had no answer to that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. We would pronounce that lives, in other people's lives. The verb live, we pronounce with an sound, live. So, I live, live. But if live is a verb. But if we're referring to the noun, like my life, L-I-F-E, then we say the long I, life. And there's one life, but if we make life plural, it becomes lives. Let me write this for us. This is a verb. This is a verb. Live. I live today. I will live tomorrow. I hope. Live. So it's a short I. Live. But when you're referring to someone's existence, you would say their life. And it's a long I, life. So there's one life, there are many lives. So this is singular. That's plural. Lives is plural of life. Okay? What we don't want to do is to confuse the plural noun lives with the verb live. Looks the same, but it's pronounced differently, and it means different things. Okay? Very good. Yeah. Now here's my question. Salim tells Ram that he should not interfere. Now the astronomer, the husband, is very, very angry at losing his job, and he's taking his anger out on his wife and his daughter. Ram feels sorry for the family. He wants to interfere. He wants to keep Shamtaram from hurting anyone. So he decides he's going to interfere. Salim says, no, don't interfere, in other people's lives. So he has to make a choice. And it's a choice. It's a choice of morality. Is it moral to interfere and protect someone from harm? Or is the moral choice to respect a family's privacy and let and not interfere? What's the correct response in this situation for Ram? Should he interfere or should he let the family be and not interfere? Salim says, don't interfere in people's lives. What should he do? What is the ethical course for Ram to take? Do you know what I mean by ethical choice, ethical decision? Ethical, moral. It's if you do the ethical thing, you've done the moral thing. You've done the right thing. You have made a choice which is the right choice to make. So we talk about a person being ethical or a person being moral. They're living the right way. Okay? So in this case, is it more ethical to interfere in another family's life, or is it more ethical to just not interfere? What should Ram do?
Not interfere.
Not interfere?
Yes, this is like a pilot for families.
Yeah, just don't get involved in another family's affairs, so another family's business. Does everyone agree?
You should have to find a lesson why he do like this. Try to find a lesson why he do like this.
Yeah.
What is that behavior?
Does anybody think that Ram should interfere and prevent more harm coming to either the daughter or the wife? It's what we call an ethical dilemma. Dilemma. A dilemma is when we have a difficult choice. We don't know what is the right thing to do. A dilemma is where we are undecided about what is the correct thing to do. Yeah, and he's faced with a dilemma. He's faced with an ethical dilemma. Is it the moral thing to interfere and protect the daughter from more harm coming to her? Or is it ethical? Is it the correct thing to do? Is it the moral thing to do to respect the family's privacy? It's an ethical dilemma. And we'll have to see how he resolves it tomorrow, but we're out of time. Well, you did very well today. We covered, we practiced our tenses, and we did noun clauses, and we turned adjectives into adverbs and adverbs into adjectives. Covered a lot of territory. Tomorrow, I think I might work a little bit more on. We might work a little bit more on verb tenses, and we'll do a few more idioms tomorrow. So because idioms are very important to speak informally, informal conversation. Okay, well, Jürgen, my crop. Oh, excuse me. Remember, if is anybody going on the trip to the Grand Palace with us today? Anyway, if so, we're going to meet at 12:30 here.
Teacher, today the van, my van is absent.
Oh,
We go by taxi.
by motor taxi or water taxi?
Maybe taxi. Not boat taxi.
Not the boat taxi.
I'm not sure old lady she go or not.
Oh,
If she not go, we can go by boat taxi.
by the boat taxi.
I asked her